Scarlett really thanks y'all for your patience because she had to move into her new house. None of y'all guessed in the comments where she was moving to. I can't believe y'all. Just kidding. It's fine. We're moving to Sulani. Oh, and if you're new here, I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And this is the Family Dynamics Challenge, episode 5. So if you haven't caught up, please watch the playlist in the description so you can know all about it. We're still in our first generation, and she's moved to a new house with her husband and Ileana. So, because of Miguel's military status, he's able to get a home much easier than someone else. So, they were able to get this home in Sulani, and I just pulled the traits up on this place. So, they have fast internet, it's eco-friendly, and it's on fertile ground, meaning it may be easier for her to get pregnant. So, we are going to get into the tour of this place. I'm still playing in Sweetie Wright's save file, so I didn't build this home, but it's on this perfect lot. I think this is her home. I'm sorry if I got this from the gallery, guys. I don't remember, but if you're familiar with Sweetie Wright's save file, you can let me know in the comments whether I got this from the gallery or this was one of her homes. I love the lot that it sits on because it's just away from everything. So you first enter and it's just a living room, not too big, not too small. Again, I'm struggling with the tab mode. I'm gonna figure it out eventually. But yeah, there's really nothing. Oh, excuse my voice. Hold on. As I was saying, there's really nothing over here. Like, they technically don't have any neighbors, anybody close by. But yeah, this is their living room, and there are 2 bedrooms on the ground floor, each having a bathroom. This is a nice kitchen, which wherever they lived needed to have a nice kitchen for Scarlett. And it's not a huge kitchen. It's not like a country kitchen or anything like that, but it's more than enough space for her to do her cooking. So this first bedroom is where Scarlett and Miguel will sleep. There's not really a master bedroom or anything like that. So I just felt like this was the best bedroom to have the parents right there on the ground floor. They have their closet and their bathroom. The other bedroom is pretty similar. It's maybe slightly smaller. I think it has, yeah, it's probably slightly smaller, but pretty similar bedroom. No need for me to go through all of that. You'll see things as gameplay moves on. I actually think that other downstairs bedroom will be used when Ileana ages up into a teenager. She may need more space. They are going to have more kids because if you aren't familiar with the challenge, that's part of the challenge that the founder of the legacy or the first generation, they have to have 3 to 4 kids. So you go upstairs, there's this dollhouse right there. There's kind of a toy, like I would say this is like a more boy sim geared room on the left. And then there is kind of more, I'm locking that door because nobody's in there. It's only the 3 of them now. So I'm just going to lock this door for a little bit. They're going to keep storage in there for decorations and stuff. And then this other room, this is actually the room Ileana will be staying in. This is a little more gender neutral. And I think that fits. I feel like Ileana isn't necessarily like a girly girl. So I think that works for her. And then there are these like little cute terraces. Oh, plus the bathroom, because there has to be a bathroom upstairs. More toys for kids. So this whole floor is like a kids area, but there's like a chest area, and I think it's covered by the roof so they can go outside and not get wet there. There's even an area for painting. None of these Sims, wait, I actually think Miguel is into painting. I don't know, but this is like one of my favorite parts of the house, like this deck area, which is great that they have this area because they also have like all this land around the house that they can use. So the actual house is not that big, but it has like a lot of space in case they need to expand, or just in case, you know, Scarlett gets into gardening because that's something that she's interested in. So they have this grill, and we know that Scarlett wants to be a grill master. That part of the reason moving to Sulani was very important to her. She needed to be in a place where she could have warmer time outside and have space. And it's also a place with like a lot of different cultures where they all mix, so she can learn like different herbs and things like that. So that works for her. There are some swings and a jungle gym, monkey bars. I don't remember what it's called, but there's that for the children that they will have in the future. So I just think this is like the perfect home for them. They've just moved in, so it's kind of generic right now, but I'm sure like as time goes on, it'll be more lived in. They have these beautiful views, which you can't really see fully because it's like rainy and dark, but it's fabulous. So Scarlett is feeling amazing, feeling confident, and then she falls. Just her first day in the house, they're having the welcome wagon, or I don't even think it's a welcome wagon in Sulani, but like the neighbors are coming to meet her. Like they heard that somebody's moved to this house on the hill, so they want to meet who it is, and she's already kind of embarrassed herself. So she's gonna go lick her wounds and get it together and start meeting everybody. But you know, our girl Scarlett, I feel like she can't have a win without some kind of loss, or just a little thing to let us know that, you know, life is not so perfect all the time. Even though Scarlett wasn't severely hurt, Miguel was really worried about the fact that she fell. He felt like it was dangerous, and it wasn't even nighttime at that time, and the house area, the land was very dark. So him and his military friends got together and they went down to like the main town area and got some lights, and they put up all these lights around the lot so that no one has to worry about like slipping on any puddles in the dark. No one has to worry about like any sketchy intruders or anything like that that they can't see. So even though this house didn't come with that, it was just a great way to make the house a little more livable, and just it made them feel a little safer. What a hectic move-in day that was. I can't wait to hear what you all think about this. Please let me know in the comments like what you think about this neighborhood and where they moved to and the new house and just everything in them, you know, taking the next step. But it's the next day and Miguel's out on his walk and he just is looking at this beautiful area. And, you know, he wants him and Scarlett to get married. They've kind of talked about it, but not too heavily. But they've talked about like wanting something very simple and intimate and not like just a glamorous wedding. They're pretty like down home people. They just, you know, they appreciate the simple things in life. So, you know, he's just looking around because this would be like a great spot for them to get married. So he's checking it out, as well as like getting to know the neighborhood a little better. Like he's familiar with it from some time that he was stationed here before, but you know, things change. So he still wants to look around and get to know the space and make sure that Scarlett and Ileana are comfortable and, you know, enjoy his early morning run before he heads off to work. So while Miguel is at work, Scarlett learns that she is pregnant. So they did woohoo the first night that they moved into the house after, you know, a few drinks at the welcome wagon party. And yeah, Scarlett is pregnant. So a lot is happening for our girl in this episode. Like things are moving at a breakneck speed, but it's fine. So Scarlett is just thinking about how much her life is changing, and she is enjoying walking because she knows that it's going to get a little more difficult the further along in her pregnancy she gets. And she hasn't really had time to explore Sulani for herself. She knows that Miguel is familiar and he makes sure that she's safe and that Ileana's safe, but she wants to explore things on her own. And so she's just walking through the neighborhood, and she's also thinking about like getting married and how she wanted to get married before she had a baby. I guess she's gonna stop and get some food, you know, try something out. I guess, you know, when you get a pregnancy craving, gotta eat. And so, yeah, she's thinking about getting married sooner. They hadn't really like set anything in stone. So she figures when Miguel gets off work, she's going to go home and she's going to talk to him about it. Just so much is going through her mind with her alone time. And it's not in a bad way. She's happy. These are all the changes that she wanted for her life. She is excited to be in a new place, even though that wasn't on her list of things to do. Oh, yeah, and she got promoted. I forgot to tell you that. I'll insert something there, but she got promoted during this time. And yeah, so she's excited about all these changes that are happening. She wanted the husband, she wanted the kids, and she wanted the space to have them. And of course, she wants her career. Like, she still believes that, her career can continue and that she can evolve, and then this new life phase will just make her better at what she does. I found the screen grab from her promotion. So Scarlett is now a line cook, so she has moved up in the world and she's happy with her progress. I know if you watch the previous episodes, and if you haven't, you really should. She was fired and had to start all over again, so she's back to where she is, and she's still very young, still has a lot of time, so she's excited to be back in the right place. And with that said, she's finally using her grill. It's another day, a little further, still pregnant, but she wants to get on the grill. It's finally stopped raining. It's been raining so much. And she's just making a little breakfast scramble, but she wants to show that you can cook a variety of things on the grill. And she wants to do this before she's ready to pop. It is time. It is time for Scarlett and Miguel to get married. So they've had a discussion. They did not have some convoluted, long, drawn out process for getting married. They found a spot that would be perfect, and they knew they wanted to do it before Scarlett had the baby. And so Scarlett went to a little bridal shop in Sulani and got this dress. Now, I know this is not what people typically think of for a wedding dress. This is actually a cottage living dress. And I wanted her to do something that was comfortable, because who wants to be pregnant and like squeezed up in some dress? Like, these brides definitely look great, but I wanted her to do something that was very comfortable to her. Sulani also doesn't have the fashion district that San Myshuno has, so I wanted this to reflect that. Like, she just was able to get it at a nice shop in Sulani. And then I gave her some comfortable block heels as well. Those are CC heels, and so if you really want to know them, ask me in the comments and I can tell you. Let's zoom in on the makeup and the hair, which Scarlett did herself. She gave herself a blowout, and she was able to give herself a cute little updo, and I think her makeup looks great. It's simple, it's not too much. It's what Scarlett would wear, and I love that highlight. I feel like I haven't seen any CC like this highlight, which is by Mirror Mirror. It's very old. I can link it if you can't find it, but like, there's nothing that I've seen that like gives this like realistic highlight like this. So yeah, this is a very simple look, and I think she looks fabulous. Let me know what you all think about her look, but let's get on with the ceremony. Sorry, we have to pause. I know this video is a little longer than my other videos, but people are getting married here, so we got to make time for it, right? So Scarlett, Miguel, and Ileana have arrived at this space, and I think this is so breathtaking and so simple, this little bridge that they're getting married on. I also think getting married on a bridge is symbolic. Ignore that lady wading in the water over there. What are you gonna do? It's a public space. But they are here and they are ready. And because Miguel is military personnel, he can actually serve as his own witness at his wedding. So they don't really need a witness. It's just the three of them. They didn't invite any guests or anything like that. It was just very spur of the moment. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, they're getting married on New Year's Eve. So that's even more symbolic and special. So let's let the ceremony begin. I don't really have any magical words, but I know Scarlett has waited for this for a long time, mostly her whole life, to find someone who is this stable and this caring and just really invested in the type of life that she wants to live. And Miguel has been looking for a wife who will support him and Ileana and who values the same things that he values in life. And girl, these Sims, when they have to go to the bathroom, always ruining my tender moments. Anyway, so yes, here we are at the girl, get it together. Okay. Here we are at the special moment, and they are now officially married. And oh, look at the little fireworks or the little confetti, not fireworks, but it just looks so gorgeous on this backdrop right here. And so, yeah, at this point, they are now Mr. and Mrs. Well, I don't know if we're changing Scarlett's last name. Let me know in the comments if we're changing Scarlett's last name to Vasquez or it's saying more or it's more Vasquez. Whatever. Y'all can decide that and I will update it. And then the next part of this ceremony, because this is about to be a two-part ceremony, is that we will now take on Ileana as a care dependent. So Scarlett is equally responsible for Ileana's care, and Scarlett and Ileana have really bonded during this time. So Scarlett doesn't fully understand how exciting this is, but when she gets older, she'll understand that like this is a big deal. And now Scarlett is one step closer to her aspiration. And I just want to thank you at this point. Let me pause and thank you all for watching this video. I know it's been a little bit longer, and especially if you're new here, I do LPs. I kind of keep it like cozy and chill, some vibes. Plus I use a lot of emotional depth, imagination to make these stories more real and human. So if you like this sort of thing, definitely subscribe and become a Sim friend. As you can see, after the ceremony, they are taking their wedding photos, which are happening on their lot against their beautiful backdrop landscape. So we got a couple of couple shots, a couple of solo shots. And overall, it was really just an amazing day. And it's still New Year's Eve, so they had to sit down and watch the ball drop as a family. Ileana's still in her dress, but Miguel and Scarlett have gotten comfortable. We are gonna let them relax. I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Thank you all a million times for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.